a showdown between the Nintendo Treehouse All-Stars and our very special guests all the way from Japan, the NCL Dev Team All-Stars. All-Stars is probably even a bit of an understatement because they actually made the game. But Treehouse, we've been playing this game, getting ready for E3, so it could be anybody's game. I'm going to go ahead and introduce our Treehouse All-Stars real quick. We have Nate Bildorf, Samantha Robertson, Eric Smith, and Sass, Eric Peterson. And really quick, this game is it's such a fun game, but it's also so strategic, and it's all about blending your different play style. Everybody has a different way that they play. Some people turtle up and protect the base. Some people go out and be aggressive. And it's really about figuring out amongst your team how best to play your different roles. So really quickly, to set this match off, we're going to hear from every member how they play this game. Nate, how do you play Splatoon?
Wait, with them listening to me, I'm going to say this?
Yeah.
So I like holding hallways and holding high advantage points.
Yeah, let's get your thoughts.
Oh, good. You're blocking me here. That's good. I want to cover up this.
Oh, sorry.
I tend to go for more stealthy play, so I like ducking down into the ink, trying to sneak up behind people and trying to pitch people off that way.
Sneaky player.
We're going to stay back, defend the base, and, just call an audible. Sometimes we'll go and just rush them.
All right, turtle guys.
There's only one way to play, all out, all aggressive.
Beast mode?
Beast mode.
Beast mode. You heard it right here, Sass Beast mode. All right, let's get the NCL Deputy Rob. Why don't you introduce
right.
NCL All-Stars?
Yeah, we got these EAD NCL All-Stars. We got Mr. Haga, Mr. Sato, Mr. Nogami, and Mr. Sakaguchi. Let's find out how they're going to play. じゃあ自分のプレイスタイルは
私は結構潜伏が好きなので敵の陣地奥深くまで攻め込んでか乱をするような
All right, I'm going to head straight for the enemy base.
I like it. I like it. He's heading straight for the base.
Yeah. じゃあ佐藤さん、プレイスタイルは
私は前線を守って、真ん中の部屋を確実に自分たちのものにできるようにそこを守っていきたいと思ってます。
All right, I'm going to get right to the center and I'm going to protect the front line.
僕はそうですね、僕も真ん中の部屋、このゲームって 50% を超えれば勝ちなので真ん中の部屋を制圧するのはすごく大事なんですね。なんで相手が攻め込んでこないのでまず相手のボトルネックを抑えます。
And I'm going to make sure that the opposing team can't get into that central room.
僕は自分の陣地をしっかり塗って入ってきたやつを全員やっつけてやります。
All right, I'm going to protect the base. I'm going to make sure anyone who comes in there gets defeated.
All right, we've got a lot of different play styles and strategies in play. Why don't you guys go ahead and take your positions?
Okay.
All right, is the NCL team ready over here?
Okay.
All right, Treehouse All-Stars, you guys ready? All right, why don't you go ahead and get us started? We're going to go ahead and play 3 rounds. I'm going to be checking in on these guys during the match to see how their different play styles are meshing and if they need to make any adjustments during this match. Again, for those of you guys who might be seeing this for the first time, this is a 4-on-4 online multiplayer game. We're seeing it here LAN style, but the way this game works is they're competing to cover the most of this map in ink. It's a 3-minute round, so a lot of time the action comes down to the last 30 seconds even. If you look at, we're going to have some cut-ins of the gamepad screen, and on that you're going to see a real-time way that this ink is dynamically evolving over the map. We've already got a lot of action heating up in the middle. This is sort of a classic multiplayer map. There's a choke point right in the middle. Green team's already, that's the NCL All-Stars. They're already pressing into pink territory. I think they've got an early advantage. Sure. It's looking pretty even. It looks like the NCL team's gone out pretty hard and fast, but they haven't done as much inking in their own base. Trios has turtled up a bit more.
Yeah, Mr. Haga just got splattered there.
Let's take a look at Mr. Sato here.
Mr. Sato.
We know Mr. Sato's aggressive. He considers himself the best player in the world at this game at this point.
Yeah. Well, he says he was until Monday. Oh. Yeah, that central room, it's in some danger, so he's got his work cut out for him.
We can get some live commentary here from Mr. Sato while he plays.
じゃあ今何やってるんですか、佐藤さん。
今真ん中の部屋が取られそうなので仲間をこう呼んでチームメイトが来るのを耐えて
Yeah, it looks like the enemy team's about to take that central room, so I'm trying to keep him out.
All right, let's check in here for a little live commentary.
じゃあ野上さん。
はい、この通路から敵が入ってこないので今この通路を制圧しようとしています。
Yeah, he's trying to protect that pathway with all his might, make sure no one can come through.
Oh, watch out, bombs coming. We got a splatter bomb coming in. He's got his charge shot. Oh, it goes down right before his charge shot was ready to go off.
Oh, man.
Check in with Mr. Sakaguchi here.
僕は今自分の陣地を塗ってます。全部グリーンにしました。
Yep, he's got his whole base painted green.
Look at that. I love it. He's staying home and he's doing his job. He's totally helping his team. There's so many different ways to help your team in this game, and I love that about it is that sort of whatever your playstyle is, as long as you're good at your playstyle, you're probably helping your team out.
Yep.
Let's go get a look at some of the treehouse guys. Let's get a little more from Let's get a little more thoughts from Mr. Saguchi about how he thinks this match is going.
だいぶもう強いですね、僕らが。ちょっと向こう弱すぎるんじゃないでしょうかね。
Yeah, the air team seems pretty good. I'm not feeling too good about our chances right
We've
now.
got 30 seconds left. This is the most critical time in these games, I think, is when it all comes down to that last 30 seconds. I'm going to take a look at the gamepad map. It looks like it's pretty even right now. I'm hoping you guys are seeing a bit.
Mr. Saguchi just got
You
splattered.
can see these guys tapping their gamepad. That's to allow them to super jump back into the middle. They're trying to get back and control that middle. There's ink everywhere. This is the time's up. Let's get a look at the result screen. Let's pull in on the result screen here.
Oh, EAD.
NCL All-Stars take down
NCL
Treehouse.
All-Stars.
They're calling you guys out right now. You guys, Mr. Sato, do you have any words of advice for the Treehouse team, how they might be able to beat you?
いや最後の一押しはものすごく良かったと思うんで、それをもう一度やられたらやばかったかもしれないですね。
Yeah, their last push was really good. So if they can kind of keep more of that up, these guys are going to be in trouble.
All right, it sounds like Mr. Sato agrees with me that last 30 seconds is really where the game is won and lost.
Yeah.
I'm going to spend this next match down by the Treehouse team, see if they can turn the tide. All right, Eric, work me through your early game strategy here.
Basically splatting our base right now. They're going to rush out, try to secure that middle ground, but you gotta keep home yours. So that's what I'm going to do.
Sass, give me some. What are you up to? Sorry. As soon as I came over here, you got splattered. But let me know what how your strategy is working out as your play style. I know you said you're beast mode. So how's beast mode working out?
All I got to do right now is I got to sneak behind them. I mean, that's the only way to do this thing. They're dominating the middle, and what I have to do is essentially sneak right in, and then I can be painting over them, and I'm basically doubling what I'm doing.
All right, let's watch you right here. You're coming right in the middle, and it looks like it's going to get pretty hairy. I'm going to see if your strategy. Oh, I feel like I might be bad luck for you. I'm going to move on. Sam, what are you focusing on as you play?
Oh man, just trying to stay ahead of these guys. They're really good.
It seems like, yet again, I feel bad for my fellow Treehouse members. Every time I go to get a thought from them, they end up getting splattered. But I think actually we've learned through Treehouse Live that Nate can't talk and play at the same time. Let's see if that holds true.
I just got smoked in midair.
All right, Nate, walk me through a little live here, what you're doing.
All right, so I just respawned. I'm taking a look at the map. I've got these two guys basically up at the front lines. I'm not ready to go in there because I just got totally.
Nate's super jumping right back in. Oh, he's super jumping, not all the way into the middle. That's an important strategy. You can jump to the sort of where the action is, or just sort of get halfway there and sort of splatter some of that turf on the way. Let's move back over here. I'm gonna stand in the middle. We've got about a minute and a half left. Looking at the gamepad, it looks like the Treehouse team is actually a little bit ahead right now, but actually I think this one's 50-50 right now. Let's get some more thoughts from the NCL team.
だいぶやられてますけど、今押し込みました。
Yeah, we're kind of getting beaten right now, but we're trying to make a comeback.
And I think we've got a live feed of the.
This is Mr. Haga right here.
Mr. Haga, we got a live feed. We can see him. He just respawned and he's jumping right back into the middle of the action, using that super jump. He doesn't want to mess around. He's going right back into the thick of it, running up one of these hallways. These hallways are important because they're not necessarily where all the action is, but there's a lot of turf up there that you want to make sure is covered in ink because that can really help out in the end of the match.
Absolutely. Oh, Mr. Haga, bad luck.
Here he is. We're seeing him one more time. He's back, and he's super jumping back again in.
Right back in.
Let's go see how Mr. Sato's doing.
じゃあ佐藤さんなんか感想。
今反撃されていて危ないです。残り10秒で。
Yeah, there's only 10 seconds left, and we're gonna attack.
Here we
This
go.
is
We're
bad.
coming those last 5 seconds. I'm gonna go ahead and take up. We're about to pull up the results screen. This is where it all comes down to. That's time. Let's go ahead and look at that results screen. I'm gonna call this one. Actually, that's too close to call. Oh!
NCL
NCL takes
wins.
2. But we're not playing best of 3. We're playing 3 total. So let's go ahead and call this third match the championship.
That seems fair.
Mr. Sato was pointing out that one of the Treehouse team members was actually the highest ranked player that round, but the team lost. So that's what's nice about the ranking screen is you can be on the losing team, but you can still be like, hey, come on, guys, you got to pick it up. All right, this is the last round. We're calling this the championship, even though the NCL team already won 2. But I'm going to go back and hear from the Treehouse team again because we really want to see if they can do anything to change the tide. So many of you guys have lost 2 in a row. Let me know what you got to do to win.
You know, we basically have to, the rest of my team needs to, oh, jeez. That's lost.
Again, none of these guys can handle talking at the same time, while NCL seems fine with it.
It may have been a bad idea to challenge the people who made the game to the game that they created, but we're going to win this round. We're going to take this one.
I think me personally watching, I think you guys need to focus more in the last 30 seconds and have sort of a unified front, but I know you guys have your each play style, so let's see how this plays out. We've got 2 minutes and 17 seconds left in this match. I'm going to go ahead and comment a little bit here on what we've seen on Eric Smith's screen. I think we have a direct feed of that as well. He's been focusing, like he said, on turtling up at home and inking his own base, but I see him super jumping right into the middle. I think he's going to play a little bit more aggressive. He's changing up his play style to suit his team's weakness.
These guys are good, dude. These guys are good.
Rob, you want to get a few thoughts from, you want to just go down the line here and get some real quick thoughts from the NCL All-Stars?
何かご感想ください。
ちょっと今何も喋りたくないです。ゲームやってるんで。
I don't really want to talk. I'm playing the game.
Oh, once again, the curse of talking and playing. All right.
Yeah, that wouldn't have happened if he wasn't talking.
All right, these guys, there's 1 minute and 20 left. I'm not going to talk to these guys too much directly anymore. Let them focus on this last end of this match. Just going to comment a little bit on what I'm seeing. It looks like NCL All-Stars they've got a bit of a control of that middle choke point. And nobody has pushed into their base, although we've got looking at the gamepad screen, we've got one of the Treehouse team members moving into the enemy territory, making a late push. 48 seconds left.
All right, deep in the base. I need backup right now.
These guys are starting to talk to each other a lot, trying to pull together in this last 30 seconds. This is a tough one for me because I'm in the Treehouse and I'm rooting for my boys, but how can I not root for the guys who made this incredible game that we've all been having a blast here playing at E3? So really, everyone's a winner when you're playing this game, as far as I'm concerned. All right, we've got 10 seconds left. I'm going to go ahead and look at the gamepad map and try to call this. We've got NCL team looks like they've got the majority of the map, but we've got 2 Treehouse members deep in enemy territory. If they can lay down enough ink back there, I think they might be able to take this. All right, let's get this last results screen up here. Looks like, a drubbing. The NCL All-Stars take 3 out of 3 with their most. He's throwing, look at that. Mr. Sakaguchi is throwing the tentacles out. He's been throwing the tentacles out.
Those are the squid hands.
The squid fingers.
Yeah.
Let's get these guys.
Says you guys got a long way to go.
Treehouse team, thank you guys. Thank you guys for playing. NCL team, thank you guys for playing, but more importantly, thank you for making this game. We can't wait for this to come out. Thank you guys for watching this live showdown on Nintendo Treehouse Live at E3. Up next, we're going to kick it back to the stage and